Hey, 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 beautiful people. Okay, I got myself together. So, you guys know the drill. Oh no. Start my watch. We're going to start at 2.5. To get myself going here. So, the goal for today is to do 3 miles, 3 to 3.5. I'm feeling okay. I woke up feeling a little tired this morning, but I had to wake up. I do my devotional, then I do my scripture reading, and I start to feel a little better. Then I start my day. So now we're here. The goal is to walk 3, 3.5, and go for, I think I'm going to go for distance, not time. But normally the 3, 3.5 mark hits right in between an hour to an hour and a half, which is also good because even though I don't necessarily want to walk for time, I kind of like hitting that hour mark. So that is the goal for today. The weather is much better today. Not overcast like it was yesterday. I'm just happy to get moving. So I got a few things I'm going to talk about, but for the most part, today is a chill day. Today feels more than just a Tuesday. I feel like we should already be on a Wednesday or a Thursday, but we're pushing through. Just happy we made it to the wake up list, all right? So nice and easy pace. I may try to increase my speed and go a little faster sooner. Normally, I think I don't increase my speed so I get to like that halfway mark. Hi, how are you doing? So 3.5 miles today at 2.5 speed. By the end of it, I'm be up at 3.8. Feel free to ask me any health and fitness questions. I mean, you can ask me other questions too. It just depends on if I'm going to answer it. Oh, thank you. How's nice and sweet? Um, you can ask me any questions, but we'll see if I actually answer it. Where you headed? On this walk? That's where I'm headed. These 3.5 miles on this walking path, that's where I'm headed. I don't got nowhere to be. So I just started walking. So right now I'm at a little over 3.5 minutes, and I plan on going for an hour, hour and a half. So I wish I was going to be in Miami. I'm a Florida girl. Well, you enjoy the nice weather in Miami. Because on this walking pad, I ain't going to make it there. Hey, hey, hey. I wish I could walk to Miami though. So yeah, y'all ask me any questions, health and fitness. I got a few things I'm gonna talk about. For some reason, y'all really love talking about nutrition, so I don't mind talking about that. That's what y'all want to talk about. Your fitness goals, how to reach them, um, anything. Hit me with it. I'm feeling good. The weather's nice. You're more than welcome. It's a beautiful today. Oh, how far did you bike today? I'm thinking about getting a bike. I want a stationary bike though. With it summer coming, I guess it would be ideal to ride outside. But I was thinking about getting a stationary bike because I felt like maybe if the weather is ever an issue, I wouldn't have to worry about that. So I was thinking, but I don't know which one to get. Very far. Okay. And so then you worked out at the park. I used to work out at the park, or I would go to a playground and work out. Do you have any videos of your calisthenics that you do? I'm currently okay. I'm currently in my weight loss journey, 50 pounds down, but no matter what I do, I'm stuck at around 140, 142 pounds. Any tips? Sure, I got you. Um, so normally once you get stuck at a certain weight, the issue is you just need to change something in your regimen. So you said you lost 50, you're 50 pounds down. So initially when you start working out, it probably was a shock to your body. And so a lot of times your body's trying to catch up. Your body's always in protection mode. So now that you're at 142, we got to change something. So we either have to change our intensity level when we're working out. We have to change what type of workout we're doing. Maybe the how you're eating, what foods you're eating may have to change. There just has to be a variable that you're changing. The rep counts you're doing, how many sets you're doing. Like, it doesn't take much. You just have to do something to shock your body again for it to not really understand what you're doing. And then you'll start seeing a change again. So even with me being, my weight, I can still go up, fluctuate up and down. And that's just because I need to change a variable. So even with me walking on this walking pad, after a while, my body's gonna get used to me walking on this walking pad. It kind of already has. Even sometimes when I'm walking, my watch will say, "Are you still working out?" And it's because my body has started to adapt to me walking, that my heart rate doesn't really elevate as much as it used to. So you just got to change something. So that's why I'm also thinking about adding and doing my bike and just doing something else besides just walking. Maybe I need to walk faster, longer. So right now I'm at 2.5. I'll need to increase that speed early on. So just change your routine. So just change something that you're doing. But you should start seeing changes once you make some small variable changes. I know I was freezing for a little bit at one point, so hopefully you're able to catch that. I have a hybrid. Okay, so you mostly post your jewelry work. Uh, okay, I'm 37, so I understand. And I've been working out most of my life as well. You see that electric treadmill bike ride outside. I feel the electric treadmill bike are you really working? Like, are you really putting in work? If it's electric, I feel like it's doing the work for you. I agree. Definitely don't focus on the weight. Just stabilize your diet, time of eating, resting. Yep, definitely don't force it. Make sure you drink enough water. But yeah, don't stress the number. I always say don't stress the number. Make sure you're taking pictures of yourself. Make sure we're doing non-scale victories. All right, no, because your weight I posted a picture on my social media, one of my other platforms, and I showed where I'm the same weight, but I look different. So sometimes the number on the scale doesn't really depict what you physically look like. So let's focus on, are you happy with what you see in the mirror? How are your clothes fitting? And not really the number. Because, girl, you might look good at 142. Great shade. Yeah, thank you. I love working out. Fitness is my passion. It makes me happy. So I appreciate it. I'm trying to stay in shape. Oh, you can, okay, you can walk. No, you can walk just like you're doing. Okay, so it moves as you walk just like this. But it probably just moves at a faster pace, maybe because it's electric, but you walk just like this. Oh, that's handy. Okay. That seems like that would be kind of cool. Okay. I do that for my mind mostly as well. It is absolutely amazing. Look at y'all coming with the insightful knowledge for me. I'm gonna have to look into that. I like new things now. You're opening up my mind. I love to explore, and I do want to get outside. Once spring, summer hit, especially summertime, I'm a Florida girl, so I definitely love being out in the sun. I want to go out to the park. Uh, how tall are you? I'm 6'5". Okay, how tall do I look? How tall do I look based on camera? Don't camera add a few inches? No? Okay, maybe just pounds. But let's see, does it add any height to me? Guess what you think my height is. Okay, so it does add inches. I'm not 5'4". I'm like, okay, I'm like 5'1", 5'2". 5'2" on a good day. But thanks for the extra inches. So I'm at 11 and a half minutes. We're going to speed it up just a little bit. We're going to go to 2.8, and in a little bit, I'm going to take it up to 3. Yeah. I'm stocky. Short legs. But at this age, I'm okay with it. I like being short. I can still get on all the rides at the theme park, so I'm okay with it. I don't even like riding half the rides anyway. But if I need to get on, I can. That's all that matters, right? I'm tall enough for the right person. That's what I always say. Speed it up, girl. Forget about 2 hours. I did already speed it up. I'm at 2.8. Okay, I'm gonna go to 3. I'm gonna go to 3. So I'm at 3. 3 miles per hour. I just hit a little over half a mile. My watch is a little behind. I probably need to buy a new Apple Watch because I will continue to use something until it is no more. So this Apple Watch I've had for years, and I feel like now it's starting to be off when it comes to like measuring distance. And I get that like treadmills, even when you go to the gym, they're not always going to be accurate. If we walk fast pace together. Right, you would. You got a much longer stride than me. So yeah, with you being 6'5", you would definitely outwalk me. But hey, I'm quick with it though. I keep up if I need to. Yes, it's 11:17 here. Yep, 11:17. So the goal is to walk till 12, 12:30, because that's when I'll hit roughly that 3 mile, 3.5 mile mark. So my time and distance kind of go hand in hand with what I'm trying to accomplish. Did I have breakfast or not yet? So normally by this time, I would have ate breakfast, but today I did not eat breakfast. Shame on me, because I'm always telling people how important breakfast is. Um, Normally I would do eggs, spinach, turkey sausage, and if I need something to more of a carb, I'll do like hash brown. So that's my go-to. But no, so it looks like I will be doing lunch today once I get done with this. So I got to figure out what I'm doing for lunch. I told you guys I'm very basic when it comes to eating, especially when it comes to eating in bulk. I can do white rice, ground turkey meat, and peppers and onion. Mix that all up. Delicious. I'm getting everything I need. I only had 2 gluten-free vegan chocolate muffins. I am starving. I'm trying to imagine how that would taste. I have been trying to work on my gluten. As you all know, I have stage 4 endometriosis, and like a lot of dairy and gluten can inflame the body. So I try to stay away from gluten as much as possible. I'm not the best at it because I want to eat something with taste. So how does that taste with it being gluten-free? I don't make it fresh. What other ingredients you use for hash browns? Whatever how it come in the bag. Yeah, that's the ingredients. Potatoes. I like breakfast to be quick. So really, it's just breakfast potatoes. So it kind of goes. I call it hash brown, but really it's just breakfast potatoes. I never made it myself. Okay. So coming on 17 minutes walking, a little over. Oh, I'm at 0.75. So 3/4 of a mile. My watch has me just slightly over half a mile. So like I said, it's always behind. I'm going to look it up. I want to do it myself. I just don't know how they stick together. Oh, so you like to cook from scratch. Look at you. No, that's not my ministry. God didn't make me good at everything. So cooking is not in my ministry. Now, can I cook for nourishment? Yes. But I'm not doing anything from scratch. So kudos to you. I hate it, but you got to do what you got to do. No, I agree. You definitely have to do what you got to do. I had to change my nutrition about 2.5, 3 years ago. I changed my nutrition so I don't eat out a lot. So I don't do a lot of processed foods anymore, meaning like fast food, should I say. I try to change the processed foods. And the reason why I did that is because even like, for instance, the veggies. You can buy veggies in the frozen aisle, or you can get the fresh ones and cut them up yourself, right? Cutting them up yourself is probably the better way to go. But yeah, I got some frozen veggies in there right now as we speak. They always say when you go to the grocery store, you want to focus on the outer perimeter. So that's where, your meats, your fruits, your veggies, some of your dairy products normally be on the outside, like your eggs. So that's where you normally want to focus on when you go grocery shopping. If you're going down the aisle, that's where you're getting most of your processed foods, a lot of your sugary stuff. So, note to self, next time you go to the grocery store, see if you can remain only on the outer perimeter and only go down the aisle if it's necessary, like, home products like tissue paper, stuff like that, and see what you really walk away with in your buggy. You'll see a world of difference of what's inside your basket when you only walk the outer perimeter. You're going to go home feeling like you didn't get no groceries. I think I did a video a long time ago. It's on my channel where I went grocery shopping. Prices, I think it's really the food prices. I think more people would eat healthy if it wasn't for the price of food. Because I really feel like nowadays you can go to a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, and the bill will almost come out to the same thing of a home cooked meal nowadays. Kind of ridiculous. So that's why I tend to eat like in bulk. I do foods like spaghetti, something you can make, in large quantities without it taking up a lot of ingredients. You officially made me super hungry. Stay blessed, girl. Have a beautiful and productive day. Thank you. Thank you for getting on here and talking to me. You have an amazing day as well. I think I'm making myself hungry. So while I'm even talking now, I'm trying to figure out what I'm eating for lunch. But you enjoy, and I hope you have an amazing day. But yeah, y'all keep me company. I actually enjoyed that. Prices be keeping people in shape now. Right. Prices nowadays will have you doing a lot of things that you normally wouldn't do. Let me tell y'all, so it's just funny to me how we're mentioning like the prices of things will have you doing some crazy things. So even though this is off topic, well, it's still kind of fitness because of what I did. But to talk about pricing, let me tell you all. So I was getting a rental car, and I won't say the time frame of when this was, but I was getting a rental car, and because I didn't want to put miles on my car, I was going out of town, and I was like, I really don't want to put miles on my car, so I'm going to rent a car. The rental place that I normally go to, which is closer to my home, I've had bad experiences with them. So I was like, I'm going to go to one that's a little further away. So because of that, I was like, I'm going to get an Uber, have them take me there, just make things easier. Because sometimes the rental places, even though they say they'll pick you up, it's a lot of work to get them to do all that. And I think because I was going to this other location, it was outside their mileage, range for pick up and drop offs. So anyway, yeah. So the rental place was 8 miles away. 8.4 miles if you were driving, and I think it was like 9.8 if you, chose to walk or run or whatever. So for 8.4 miles, and y'all tell me if I'm just frugal, because I'm not gonna call myself cheap. We're gonna say frugal or money cautious. But why for an Uber to take me 8.4 miles? They're trying to charge me $33. I hope you gasped like I did, okay? Because who paying $33 to go 8 miles? 8.4. So you guys already know what I did. See what I'm doing right now? Yep, left, right. Yeah, I took my 2 feet. Yeah. And I walked there. I got some good steps in that day. The weather was nice. I made it on time. And I saved $33. So call me what you want to, but I got $33 in my pocket. So tell me, would you have paid the $33? And this is if you're capable of doing the walk on your own, right? Let's put some boundaries on this. You're capable of walking. You wanted to walk anyway that day, so why not just knock them out together? So now I ask my question, would you save your $33 or no? Tell me what you think. So now I am at going on 25 minutes walking. Let's see what distance I am at because my watch is off. I should be a little over a mile by now. So yeah, I'm at 1.13. I'm going to bump it up some because I'm feeling pretty good. I definitely want to hit over the 3-mile mark. So we're going to go faster earlier on. So one thing I did want to just talk about is stress. I think a lot of times we talk about, I tend to talk about health and fitness, but I'll also like to talk about wellness and, just being good to our bodies and reaching our goals isn't all about necessarily nutrition and just working out. There are some other variables. So another thing I wanted to mention was stress and the body's natural, the body's natural response to a challenge or demand, right? So that's something I've had to work on, my stress levels. You all will hear me talk about my stage 4 endometriosis a lot because it is something that I deal with. Well, it changed the trajectory of my life heavily. So you will hear me talk about my endo a lot. And so because of my endo, and I recently was diagnosed with adenomyosis a few months ago, because of that, I've had to watch my stress. So we always focus on nutrition and working out, but man, stress takes the cake. If you're not handling your stress well, it just affects so many different things, right? When it comes to your like anxiety, your irritability, depression, man, especially with the way things are happening nowadays, our concentration, decision making, memory, sleep. When you're stressed about something, how can you sleep? I mean, some of y'all might say easy, but for me, I feel like anytime I'm stressed, it's hard for me to really get rest because I'm already an overthinker. So I will sit in bed and it's almost like my brain would not turn off. So I'm saying all this to say that we really just have to focus on our stress just as much as we focus on our nutrition and our working out because it can affect so many things. And I didn't even realize that. And because the issues I have are hormonal based, I didn't even think about how it can affect fertility. It can affect your monthly cycle. And if we want to talk about working out, it can cause muscle tension with your, neck, shoulders, and back. So we got to focus on stress. Let's think of, so what are the main things that cause stress? Finances. If you're in school, relationships, kids. But for me, I will say, because I'm an overthinker, I let people stress me out. I used to, because we're not speaking that on me no more, because I'm learning to let it go. But I used to let the smallest things stress me out. I get an argument with you and I'll be stressed later on, like, because I overthink it. Now I got to reflect on the argument. Did I have to do all that? Should I have let it go? It could be anything I stress about. Any type of encounter I have. Finances. I think finance is probably the biggest stressor. People say money don't make what's the saying? Like, money doesn't make you happy or doesn't, whatever the saying is. But I beg to differ. I don't think it necessarily fixes everything. I don't think money fixes all. but I feel I can cancel out a few problems. I just think it helps other secondary issues, like even in relationships, right? I feel like a lot of the issues you may have even in a relationship could stem from finances. So you alleviate the secondary issues. Maybe y'all not going out as much, or maybe you're having to work a lot to pay the bills, so you're not spending time together. Look, money helps them secondary issues. So let's think of solutions. What are solutions to these problems? I will say the first solution I came up with when it came to me overthinking was being mindful to let things go. My body responds differently now to stress, to where because of my endo, it was causing me to flame up and be in a lot of pain. So that in itself kind of auto corrects me when it comes to stressing about things that really don't matter. So my body almost tells me let it go. Like I was on the phone recently and it wasn't really a disagreement. I just didn't agree. But it wasn't a big issue is what I'm trying to get at. It wasn't like it was an argument or anything like that. They just said something. I disagreed. And instead of making it more than what it needed to be, I just said, okay. Because I realized, is this really worth it? Like, how does this affect my life? Does it help me get any bills paid? No. Like, will this make or break anything I got going on in life? No. So I understood, was it really worth me trying to win this argument? No, it wasn't worth it. I'm going to bump myself up to 3.8. See if we can really walk. So that's how I alleviated my first issue. Because like I said, I'm an overthinker. I will think about something until it's exhausted. So to alleviate that stress, I stopped letting things that didn't affect my life immediately be an issue. I stopped wanting to be right. I understood it's okay, not a big deal. Finances. When it comes to finances, pull back on certain things. You know, those little bills may not seem like a lot at the time. And I'll give you an example. Radio in my car. I was paying, what is it, like satellite radio? So I was paying like $5.99, $6.99, somewhere around there for satellite radio. And I realized I tend to enjoy making my own playlists because I also had, you know, Spotify, people may talk bad about Spotify, but I enjoy Spotify. So I was using Spotify to make playlists, and I was like, girl, we just gonna have to suck it up with these commercials. So instead of paying the $6.99, $7.99 for the satellite radio, I might just have to listen to a 30-second ad on Spotify and have my little playlist going for the free. Or Netflix, right? Netflix has increased their prices. So to alleviate my financial stress overall, I had to get rid of some of them smaller bills. Netflix, goodbye. Love is Blind wasn't even good this season. Goodbye. So Netflix try to get you though. They'll put a series on there, one series that you want to watch. So now I got to pay for a whole subscription. But so yeah, to alleviate the financial stress, I just started trying to peel back on things that maybe I did enjoy having it, but was it something I needed? And so I am seeing that helps. But to combine some things, working out is a great stress reliever. You release endorphins. And so after you get done working out, you will feel better. It really wasn't good this season. Laugh out loud. Love is Blind. Right? It was not good this season. And so to tie that in, why would I keep paying? Because, you know, I'm talking about relieving stress. And so I was talking about the issues that cause stress, which is like financial stuff. And so sometimes you got to cut out the things that you maybe enjoy, but you don't really need. So I was really on Netflix because I really wanted to watch like Love is Blind and other shows like that. But I had to cut that cost to alleviate some stress. I do want to bring it back though, because they added a movie on there I want to watch. But like, is it worth paying that $7.99? You got to think with tax, it's like 8 something. It may not seem like a lot for 1 month, right? You're like, oh, that's a month, but it adds up. So, talking about stress and ways that we can help our body deal with the challenges and demands of it. Let's see where I'm at. Okay. That's how they get you, random new movies. That's what I was saying. They try to get you with these random movies, or they throw things on there when I think they throw things on there when they know their ratings are getting ready to drop. And it's like, okay, let's throw this out there to get our subscriptions back up. But I don't know. Right now, I might just have to wait for the movie I want to see to come out for the free somewhere. Or on a streaming platform I already use. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not in a rush to pay that subscription fee. So yeah, we definitely have to put stress on the same levels as we do nutrition and working out. Just because I realized this past week, I realized a lot of my questions are very nutrition based, and we really focus on that. But I think we kind of fail to realize that sometimes even in our gut, when people say, oh, I'm not able to lose my belly, sometimes that can be because your cortisol levels. So your hormones trigger. So anytime you stress, you trigger the release of cortisol. And that's your stress hormone. And that can block a lot of things within your body. So, I mean, I don't really want to go into this because they're trying to sell something. But even on TikTok, they talk about your cortisol levels. And the ad they use is like, do you have a round face? Do you have a fupa? It might be your cortisol levels. So even though I'm not buying into whatever they're selling, the point they're making is very valid. That yes, stress and the increase of your cortisol levels could be the reason why you're having problems losing weight and your belly is looking the way it is. So I just want to bring stress to the forefront because even I think stress has become such a normal variable that we all deal with that we kind of just, I'm just stressed. Well, that stress is doing a lot to your body. So we just got to try to find ways to deal with it. I definitely think taking like 30 minutes out your day to work out or just be at peace. Sometimes it's not always about working out. Maybe meditate. I'm still working on trying to meditate because my brain don't shut off enough. I feel like I may start one direction and end up somewhere else and then think about something I got to do. But working out, I think, keeps me more grounded. And because I'm already moving, I feel like I sometimes just desire the need to move. So being on this walking path forces me to keep moving. And my brain can't necessarily run off about other things I need to get done. I definitely try to have my quiet moments where I just want to lay there and talk to God. And I feel like I start talking. Next thing I know, I'm thinking about stuff I need to get done. I'm like, oh, my bad. Where were we? So I'm getting close to 40 minutes. I'm at about 39 minutes right now. Coming up on that 2-mile mark. So it looks like I'm a little ahead of where I normally am around this time. So I'm doing pretty good. Walking at 3.8 miles per hour. Yeah, I'm feeling really good today. It says I'm at 225 calories burned, but my watch begs to differ and says 95. But total calories is 139. So I appreciate you for keeping me company. Feel free to ask any questions. I try to give an answer, and if I don't, I'll get one for you. Now I'm hitting the 40-minute mark officially. So my watch is off by about half a mile from my walking pad. I think later on I'm also going to go outside just to get some fresh air, get the natural, the sunlight. And I think just being outside sometimes can also help with stress. It just gives you a moment to disconnect. And because I work from home, it just gets me away from my working environment. So I think I'm definitely going to do that today. I may go to one of those fitness parks. If you have kids, you should try Googling. I think they're called, I'm not going to lie, but maybe if you Google like fitness park or athletic parks or playgrounds with fitness equipment, while your kids are at the playground, you can get an outdoor workout. They have a couple of them here in Georgia, and a lot of them are connected to playgrounds where they'll have like the outdoor equipment so you can do like core and work your arms. I really enjoy going to those type of parks. On my Instagram, I used to post anytime I would go to them because I wanted people who have kids to understand that I know it can be stressful and it can take up a lot of time when you have kids. We're trying to look out for yourself when it comes to fitness. But to maybe knock off some of that energy with your kids, take them to the playground, they can run around, release their energy, and you get a workout at the park as well. So I'll have to look up the name of it, but normally I just put in fitness parks. And they got a couple of nice ones. So yeah, my Instagram is, but it was a while ago that I posted those. But I still enjoy going to them from time to time. So it might be something I do today. So what's going on with y'all? What's going on this Tuesday? Is the weather nice where you're at? What does your week look like? Oh, I forgot to mention tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do a lower body workout. So my morning workouts are normally anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes. I do a circuit of exercises. So I normally suggest if you're a beginner to do 3 rounds with me. And if you're a little more advanced, if I end up doing 4 rounds, go ahead and knock that 4th round out with me. So tomorrow at 7:30 will be lower body. So we're going to hit hamstring, quads, glutes. But if you can't make it, of course, you can always watch it later and do it with me. I do provide like a 30-second to a 1-minute break in between sets so you can get water, stretch it out. But we get in, we get out, and enjoy the rest of your day. So that's the point of that morning workout. do something quick, but also feel accomplished and productive with getting the strength training and reaching your fitness goals. So tomorrow, join me. And then, of course, 11 o'clock, I'll be right back here walking. And then Friday will be full body. I haven't decided yet if it's going to be a cardio day or a strength training day. Normally, I go based off of my lower body day to see how my legs are feeling. If my legs are super tight, I'll make it a cardio day. That way we can kind of work on that lactic acid and just loosening the body up, getting that blood flow going, and just loosening those muscles. So my workouts, you can do self-paced. So don't feel intimidated or feel like, oh, I don't know if I can keep up. You definitely can. I do each exercise for 30 seconds. So it's not based off of reps. It's based off of time. So you can go your own pace. So all fitness levels are welcome to do my strength training workouts with me. I don't think I've done a lower body one yet. So tomorrow will be my first time going live with lower body. So join me, keep me company. I try to look at the chat in between sets to answer any questions you may have and see if you need any modifications. So the first round, I try to talk through the exercises to make sure you have proper form and you're doing it right. And then the next couple of rounds after that, we move a little faster, as I'm not having to explain necessarily how your body should be for each exercise. So I got you, no excuse, no matter what. I got you with a modified. Coming up on 2.5 miles. Okay, 46 minutes in. Remember, today I'm going for distance over time. So I'm trying to hit that 3.5 mile mark, which normally puts me right at the hour. But I think today I'm definitely going to go over 3.5. Well, I don't know. I just hit 2.5, so we'll see. It might be a little less than 3.5. So if you're looking for a way to be active, and y'all, I don't make any money off of talking about this walking pad, so please don't think I'm selling anything, because I'm not. I just love what it's done for me, because I'll say before I bought this walking pad, I was kind of in a funk. I was starting to get a little bored with my workout. I just couldn't stay consistent with my workout routine. So it was hard wanting to pull away from working and doing my workouts. But when I got this walking pad, for some reason, I just started making goals for myself. Like, I'm going to walk this many steps today, or I'm going to go for this many miles. And because I feel so good afterwards, it became something that I started to enjoy. So I've been going pretty strong with walking every day. Before, I was walking at a minimum of 30 minutes. Now it's a minimum of an hour. And I've even gone for an hour and a half before. I do have a neighbor downstairs below me, so I try to walk during the day. Otherwise, I would walk in the evenings, because I do feel like more of you could probably join me if it was in the evening. So I try to think of other things I can do in the evenings. I am going to do juicing on Sundays. If you've been following me already, I do talk about my juicing. So on Sundays, I'm going to start juicing for the week coming. I like to do 3 16-ounce jars. I fill those up. And throughout the week, I try to do at least 8 ounces a day. So that gets me through most of the week. Or I try to drink it just whenever I'm feeling inflamed. This past week, I told you all about the beets, pineapple, ginger root, lemon, and regular apples. That's what I juiced this past week. And it's really because those beets help with inflammation. So this Sunday coming, I'll be making something else. If you have anything in mind that you would love to see me juice, let me know. I'm always down to try something new. I kind of been sticking to what I know as of late. You know, I've done celery, kale. That was one. That was my green juice I did. I did lemon. And I did like a purple one where I use red cabbage. What else did I use in that one? And I've done an orange juice where it was like carrots, oranges, ginger root, lemon, and I think mango. So if you know of a recipe that can give me a really cool color, I like seeing what colors I can come up with and what fruits I can mix together. I don't want no brown now. Don't give me no ugly. Well, brown's not ugly, but I want a bright color. Let me say that. Brown is beautiful, but I want bright colors. I think I want to try yellow next, something yellow. So I gotta figure out what fruits and veggies I can use that would taste good together. Because all that's coming to mind right now is like banana, which I don't even, can you even juice a banana? I don't think so. So like pineapple, lemon. What else? What else could do? What could I use to make a yellow juice? I mean, I could Google it, but I just want to come up with it on my own. So yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. But Sunday, lock in with me to juice to get going for the following week. Okay, coming up on 52 minutes. Today went by really fast. Or at least it feel like it did. I'm at 2.83 with my distance. It says I burnt 320 calories. I'm at 3.8 speed, the fastest it will go. I'm definitely feeling pretty good today. Yellow carrots, golden beets. Oh, I think I have seen golden beets at the grocery store, but I didn't really know what they were. Okay. Mango, ginger for your yellow juice. Look at you. I like it. Okay. So that's what I'm going to juice this weekend. I'm kind of excited. But where do I get a yellow carrot? I may have to go to like a farmer's market. Because I don't think Kroger, I don't think I've ever seen yellow carrot at Kroger. Okay. So farmer's market, here I come. But it's actually really good because I was just thinking, you ever just get tired of eating certain things? Like, I don't eat burgers, but I'll do like chicken, sandwiches, fish. And I was just the other day, and when I said the other day, yesterday, I was like, I'm just tired of eating certain things. So I was planning on doing just fruits and veggies. The next time I go to the grocery store, I was like, you know what? Next time we go to the grocery store, we're going to do fruits and veggies. Just take a rest from eating certain things and see how that goes. But because I already got food in the refrigerator that I bought this week, I got to eat it. But I'm definitely going to do this. I need to take a mental note. Yellow carrots, golden beets. Yeah. Mango. For my mango eaters, I always have to ask this question. When you look at fruit, mango in particular, how do you know it's good to use? Like, when's the best time? Like, when is it the sweetest, the ripest, whatever? How do I know? Is it when the color is, it's like when you look at a mango, it's like that red, yellow, green look. What color, am I looking for a color or am I feeling it to know when it's good? Because normally I cut my fruit the very next day, within a day or two of getting it. So I need to know how much time. Like I know with a banana, if it's green still, you got time. If it's really yellow, you got to eat it sooner than later or it's going to start browning. So y'all help me figure out for the mangoes. Because I went, when I got my pineapple, y'all, I've never had a bad pineapple. I end up wasting, and mind you, once again, I'm trying to save on money. So instead of buying the $5 pre-cut pineapple bowl that Kroger has, I was like, you know what? I'm going to cut my own pineapple up. Well, I guess I picked the wrong one. Because I will say it did sit on my counter for like 2 days. So I got to figure out what is the pineapple supposed to look like so I can give it a day or two before I cut it. Because normally when you come home from the grocery store, who really cooks the same day? Let's just be honest. Going to the grocery store was the journey. That was the workout. So when you get home, them groceries going to sit for a day or two, and then you'll start cooking. So that's going to be my next project. Looking up when's the best time to purchase some type of fruit. Like what color should it be? How firm should it be? Because I was so disappointed cutting that pineapple up. And it was like really soft and a little bit of brown. I had never seen that before. So I ended up wasting more time trying to cut that off because I was not about to throw that whole pineapple away. Google says when it's ripe, it slightly gives when squeezed. Okay. Fruity aroma near the stem and color varies by variety. Color is the most reliable indicator for a mango. Okay, good to know. So I need to squeeze it. Well, just slightly give it a squeeze. Okay. So tell me about the pineapple. Look up pineapple for me and tell me what the pineapple should feel like or look like for me to know it's at its best. If you have time to do it. If not, it's okay. But I'm trying to do better with saving money when it comes to fruits and veggies and not pick up what's convenient. But I'm trying to use juicing as a time to just like relax. Normally I used to be in a rush. I used to hate juicing because I'm like, oh, this just takes up so much time. But now I had to change my perspective on juicing and look at it as a time to just be at peace, relax. What am I rushing to do? This juicing is to help me. So let me take my time. Because really cutting it up is the longest process when it comes to juicing. So I'm trying to cut up the pineapple. Because I do realize you get so much more when you cut it up yourself. Because $5 for like a little bowl this big at Kroger is not it. So I'm at 3.25 distance with walking, 367 calories. My watch is at 1:59 and I'm at 59 minutes. Pineapple should feel firm, golden yellow color, sweet fruity aroma. The leaves should pull out easily and it should feel heavy. Okay. Okay. But that means that's when it's not ready to be cut that day though, right? Like you need to eat it sooner than later. So basically if I don't want to eat it, it shouldn't be okay. I gotta look for the color and fruity aroma. Okay. Got you. So maybe the one I picked was ready to go. And because it's set on my counter for 2 days. Okay, yeah, that's when it's right. Okay, got it. Thank you. I'm going to take this information, mental note, when I go to the grocery store. So it seems like for the pineapple, well, both of them are about how they feel. It seems like the mango should be have a little give to it, where the pineapple should be hard. Okay. So I'm kind of looking for the opposite in these items. So I'm going to do this for real. I'm going to do the yellow carrot, the golden beets, mango. I might even show my journey to the farmer's market. But then come watch me on Sunday when I actually juice it, okay? And you can see if I did it correctly. If I picked right. Shoot, that had me stressed right there. Talking about stress earlier today. Picking the wrong fruit and paying all that money for it. But have you stressed? Okay, I'm at 61 minutes. So I reached my minimum time for the day, but let's see where I'm at on distance. I'm going for 3.5. So I'm almost there. I got 0.10 left to go. And then I'm good to go. Today was a good day, I must say. And watch I overdo it because I feel so good. And then be burnt out tomorrow. Ain't that how it go though? I feel like you got to get it in while you feel good, right? My watch is so far behind. It's almost a mile behind. Definitely a new watch. So I'm at 3.45. Going for 1.5 miles. Let's get it. So this is day 7. I got to update my title. But this is day 7 of me going live with walking. So even though I do go live with my strength training, what I'm trying to be consistent with more so is with the walking. So if you're looking at my live videos and you see, well, she have a lot on here, but it says this is day 7. I'm mainly focused on the walking because the strength training only happens every other day. And it may not happen every other day. But this for sure is the goal to happen every day, Monday through Friday, is make sure I'm getting my walking in. And then on Sunday, I definitely want to make sure I'm juicing because that helps me in more ways than one. I just hit 3.52. So we're going to slow it down just so I can bring my heart rate down. That is something you always want to do whenever you're working out, is make sure that you allow your body to come back down. I think a lot of times we just stop. So if you've been doing something that may be high intensity or something that got your heart rate elevated, try to take time, just walk or slow down whatever it is you're doing, get your heart rate back down, because that will prevent you feeling dizzy, and just regulates your body back to being stable, okay? So we're going to walk it out for like 30 seconds to 1 minute. Join me tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning to get this workout in. I'm telling you, you will feel so much better once you knock it out. So join me, join me, join me. And then I'll be back here at 11. Let me know if there's a better time that works. I'm trying to fill out what time works best for walking. I kind of like 11, but maybe I can walk in the evening as well or do something else in the evening. I'm figuring it all out. But I feel good today. Some days I get on here and I can't wait for the time to be over. I'm like, whoo. But today I feel good. I'm going to go for 15 more seconds. We'll hit exactly at 65 minutes and 3 points, almost 3.60 as far as distance, and over 400 calories today. So I appreciate each and every one of you for watching and keeping me company. Remember, the reason why I'm doing this is stay consistent. I have a goal for myself, and I'm working on a few things, and one of those things is being consistent. So I chose to pick walking as something that I want to make sure I'm able to do every day. It provides different benefits. Walking is a low intense workout. It's easier on your joints than jogging. You're still able to burn calories. So yeah, it's great for reaching those goals. So get you a walking pad or just walk in place. You don't even got to spend no money. Walk in place, talk to me, or just sit. Sit and keep me company on your couch, in your bed, wherever you are. So 11 o'clock tomorrow, I'm back here. But see me first at 7:30 for that lower body workout, okay? It's been real. This is my favorite thing to do. Stop it. So, all right, y'all. See you 7:30 tomorrow morning, or meet me back here 11 o'clock. All right, all right.